What's going on, everybody? It's Corey again, and today I'm going to share with you how in the world I got into pressure washing. Pretty crazy little story and evolution of how I got into the industry and kind of worked my way from the bottom to more expensive things in the industry. So I started off my working career at 16 years old. I quit playing high school baseball. I wanted to go make some money. I wanted to put some money in the bank. I wanted to buy stuff for my car. So I went to work at Kroger. I worked there for 2.5 years. I made $5.25 an hour. Now I'm paying my guys that are working for us. They're like 18 years old. They're making $300, $400, $500 a day being technicians working for our pressure washing company. So I'm like always like, dude, if I just had the chance, somebody gave me that chance to make that money when I was a kid, I probably wouldn't even have had my own business. But anyway, I worked there for 2.5 years. A buddy of mine called me and he's like, hey, the car wash is paying $7.50 an hour plus tips. So I scooted on over there, worked there for 3 years. And then one of the sales guys there would buy cars. I would clean them for him and he would sell them for more money. And then lo and behold, I got into that. I've flipped a ton of cars over my career. I did that full time from 17, 18, 19, to about 22 years old. I still flip cars just for fun now, but I used to do it as a living. Anyway, I quit working at the car wash. Well, the car wash actually closed, and so I got a job at a bar. There was a bouncer there that had a little pressure washing company where we would literally chamois the cars. We'd spray water on them and chamois them dry. We'd do like 1,000, 1,200 cars every Thursday and Friday for like $1.25 a piece. And I was like, hey, if you ever want to sell this company, give me a call. I'd love to buy it. So I worked at that restaurant for 3 years. I flipped cars and worked at the bar in the evening. I partied my ass off, had a good time. But anyway, so about, a couple years later, me and my buddy had bought a house flipping cars. Check out this photo of our shop in the background. It's pretty cool. We had a ton of cars. We were selling, 150, 200 cars a year, bikes, motorcycle, guns, golf carts, cars, whatever we could turn $1 on. It was crazy. Had a lot of fun there. And again, I, enjoyed my life, got to do the things that I wanted to do, partied, lived, like a kid, any kid would. So anyway, that day came, the bouncer called me and he's like, hey, my guys wrecked my truck. I want to sell the business. He sold it to me for $1,500, literally a trailer and a wrecked truck. And I was like, hey, what are you going to do with the clients? And he's like, I'm not going to do anything. So I called him the next day and literally showed up that week, started washing them. So I did that for about 2.5 years, and I added more car dealerships, I added more cars, I added dealerships where we detailed the cars. And so it wasn't making a ton of money. I didn't really have any business sense. I was still flipping cars while I hired like my buddies to go do the work, for the pressure washing company. And it wasn't making a ton of money. And ended up kind of having like a fallout with my buddy. I took the company. Basically, I was like, all right, I got to make more money. I got to do this, right? And so what I did was I started going to trucking companies. We started washing trash trucks. We started washing fleets of trucks. Check out this fleet of trucks. There's like literally 200 trucks lined up. It was literally crazy. But anyway, we were doing, I don't know, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 trucks and trailers a week. I absolutely hated it. I mean, it was running everybody like a dog. It was terrible. Plus I had the car dealerships and I had the cars that we were, detailing in the bays. And like we had a Honda dealership, a BMW dealership, we had a Kia dealership, we had a big used car dealership there in Atlanta, Georgia. We were doing $600,000, $700,000 a year. I was a 22-year-old kid, and literally we were not making a dime. I got fed up, frustrated, and I quit. And I basically was like, I'm gonna just work by myself. I, at that point, had bought another fleet washing company from a buddy of mine that had moved off to Boston. He had some heavy equipment jobs. And so I got into heavy equipment and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna screw everything else. I'm gonna literally wash heavy equipment. You'll see some rock drills here. I'm gonna plug in this explosion video here. Check this out.
Line up! Line up! Line up!
So I washed excavators, front loaders, skid steers, you name it. Anything heavy equipment related, I was doing it. I did that for 2.5 years, I would say. And I finally got fed up with that. I would literally be greasy, grimy, dirty, Georgia clay all over me. grease all over me, hot, sweaty, sticky, humid, nasty. I would literally bathe myself in my pressure washing tank on my trailer whenever I got home. It was crazy. You know, I made decent money. I made about $160,000, $170,000 a year. You know, I could work whatever I wanted to work. You know, obviously I had business expenses that came out of that, you know, insurances and truck payments and equipment payments and this and that. I made decent money. And through the years, I was able to buy houses and I made good home purchases throughout my years as well. So I've always just been a flipper. But anyway, we traveled the world during that time. We went to Washington State. My fiance's sister moved there, you know, 2 years before us, and we visited a couple times. I'm like, golly, it's beautiful. Like, let's just up and sell everything. I sold my company in Georgia. I literally sold it for 20 grand, but it had one really, really good account that paid me like, you know, 60, 70, $80,000 a year. And I got it so good at it that I could do it in, you know, 10 to 15 hours a week. So it was like cake, right? But I did really good for them and did my best. And, you know, so that one account was like really, really good. This is my bread and butter. Anywho, so I sold it for 20 grand. The guy that bought my business, he was a house washer. And he was like, dude, check this out. And we were washing, I helped him for 30 days kind of get into my new company. I helped him manage his, and I helped him manage mine for about 30 days as we transferred the ownership. And we were washing these mansions for literally like $1,200, $1,300, $2,000. And we were doing it daily. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much money in this. And so I was like, you know, if we're moving to Washington, this is what I want to do. I want to sell, you know, $2,000 a day. So he showed me window cleaning and all this knick-knack stuff. And I moved to Washington, and that's how I got into pressure washing, house washing, stuff like that. And I was like, man, I'm going to scale this business as fast as I can. I want to build a multi-million-dollar company. I want to build a business that runs without me. I want to be able to clock in and clock out whenever I want, do whatever I want. I want to be able to go on vacation, the business not fall apart. And so that's what I had set out to do. I only wanted to live out there for 4 to 5 years. And I ultimately wanted to, you know, sell the company for, you know, these millions of dollars, and then just move back and just literally retire. I guess that's what I had in my mind, but I didn't really sell the company. I still have it. We're gonna sell it to my general manager. I'm gonna help him out, and he's going to purchase it from me. You know, through the years of growth, I poured all my net profits, a lot of them back into the company. Yeah, I was still able to make, you know, $120,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year personally, and pay all my employees and put money into stocks and stuff like that, and buy homes. And so yeah, I'm not like loaded or rich or anything like that, but it has afforded me the life I want to live. And that is what I was out to accomplish deep down inside. And so that's where I'm at. So I moved back to South Carolina now, and I'm here to share this journey of mine and exactly how I went through the process. So on my YouTube playlist, we'll have the journey. I'm gonna outline the journey. And I'm also gonna outline how I would redo it again if I was to ever get back into pressure washing again. I don't really want to get back into pressure washing. It was good, it was fun. I've kind of moved on to some other things now. Maybe I will. I still get the itch. I get the itch, you know, I always have that itch to scale something else. Maybe I will. I may go back to my roots of car detailing. I don't know if I wanna do that, but the ceramic coatings has got me licking my chops. So I may do that. Who knows? We'll see. But anywho, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week.